We'll know we are living by our love. By our love, yes, we'll know we are living by our love.
It always touches my heart when we can sing together like that, especially on a day like today. Here we are in the month of February, a day before Valentine's Day, in the month of love, which is pink. And we are going to look at one aspect of love. That love that's more in tune with Steve's beautiful prayer this morning about that light that's ever present. In fact, you could replace this title from open to love to open to light. It's God. And it's no small thing. We begin this. I love Ernest Holmes. He started religious science, a science of mind, a great wisdom teacher. He was a friend of Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, our co-founders of Unity. And often we look at Unity and the religious science tradition as being like cousins, speaking the same truth, because there really only is one truth. And here he says, love is a language which is universal, interpreted through every living soul and understood by all. Love will find the solution to every problem, will answer every question, and will ultimately vanquish every foe. This is so true. So what he's saying here is love is, just like everywhere present, that light. God, by any name we give it, is everywhere present. And each individual us must interpret that, must come to know that. What we teach in Unity, that each of us is a truth student, and each of us must come to our own understanding. So here in this room with all of these bright lights, we might each have our own unique understanding filtered by what we say, do, and are. And when we're in the middle of our chaos, when things aren't, when we're challenged, when the diagnosis happens, when the relationship change happens, you know what I'm talking about. When life delivers up the challenges of life, we may not be sitting in a, love will figure this out. You know, that's not the first thing we think of. But in hindsight, we can always see that divine light has infused our entire situation. So there's no accident, there's no divorce, there's no diagnosis, there's no drama, there's no sadness, there's no anger, there's no situation in life where God is not. So it's ours to open to love, to open to the light, to step into a journey that doesn't allow us to just fall asleep. Because this is very different than a Pollyanna. Everything's wonderful. There's nothing but love in the world. That's a cop-out. Because we know that the world is filled of our human experience, where there's love and joy and tragedy. And, all we have to do is look at movies and plays and art that's going to inform us that the human journey is a wide expression of all there is. But at the same time in our human journey, we are living a journey of awakening to the language of love, the language of light at the very heart of our being. He continues to say that love begats tolerance. Tolerance begats understanding. An understanding which is able to put itself in the place of the other person's place. And that's why this calls us to be fully present. It's not always easy to put ourselves in another person's place if we don't love them and accept them for who they are. This becomes more challenging when we're facing people we don't agree with. Someone who might be accusing, on the offense or on the defense, and creating some challenge around them. We're human. We're going to have moments where we're caught up in the swirl of emotion. And what's ours to do is to take what we're reacting to and see, what is that in me? What am I not waking up to? Why am I having such a reaction to what he said to me? And lo and behold, we can allow a knowing that calls us to a little more self-love. That's giving us a little more understanding, and certainly allowing us to be a peaceful presence in amongst chaos. This is quite a journey, and one where we might be willing to step into being open to love. Rabindranath Tagore, great writer and poet, who's the first non-European who won the Nobel Peace Prize. And here he says, love is the only reality. It is not mere sentiment. It is the ultimate truth that lies at the heart of creation. So this is that love that we're talking about that's everywhere present. In the science of quantum physics, it's hard to grasp with the intellect because they talk about atoms going from this side of the universe to the other in no time at all and back again. There is only one presence and one power in the universe. And if love is the only reality, and if you have a problem with the word love, because love is a big word, just like God's a big word, replace it with light. And part of love is that sentiment. Love of our children, of our dogs, of our pets, of our friends, of our grandchildren, the people in our lives. That is a shade of love in the human experience. But divine love, everywhere present, is that absolute reality. And it's right at the heart of all creation. This is not a truth that only we in unity know. Through millennia, there's an understanding about this universal love. And in the Bible, 1 John chapter 4:16, God is love. And he who dwells in love dwells in God. Or, God is light, and he who dwells in light dwells in God. We can take what's given to us and change it to however it fits for our own understanding. God is love, and he who dwells in love dwells in God. We let ourselves step into an awareness of love, and then from that place, we can discern what's true for us, what we're aware of in the now moment, and it changes our experience. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, says, "It is the law of spirit that we must be that which we would draw to us. If we would draw to us love, we must be love, be loving and kind. If we would have peace and harmony in our environment, we must establish it within ourselves." So this is calling us to experience that which we want. This is our third unity principle. What we think, what we believe creates our experience. And so if we hold ideas of peace and harmony and love, what are we going to experience? Dr. Emoto done great work in the study of magnifying water crystals in water, and he's shown that if you put a bottle of dirty water and you put the word right on the bottle, tape the word love on the bottle, and then magnify the same water, the water becomes pure just by writing love on it. Similarly, you can take pure water and put the label hate on it, and it changes the water. You can compare the picture of the microscopic view here and here, before and after. It's amazing. And guess what we're made of? The biggest component of our body is water. So what ideas, what thoughts we hold create our experience, because we are nature. So what we put into the field of our understanding affects our experience. We get to draw love and understanding to ourselves, and therein experience more love and understanding. Smiling, even if you don't feel like it, changes your experience. If I can share. Ron shared during the sharing of ideas in our last service that when he's feeling really sad and down and depressed and no energy, he straps on Ron's happy dance. He does it much better. But I interpret it that because it changes it. Thank you. Let's do it together. Hit it. See, he does it so much better. The happy dance. Now, the next time you're depressed, lonely, sad, or angry, just stop and do your own version of the happy dance and see if your life changes. It changes because we change the channel. We're on the sad and the lonely and despair and doom and gloom. Change the channel. We've changed the channel on radio all the time, or television. And you don't need a remote control. Do a happy dance. Or smile. or go for a walk, or jump up and down, or take a nap. There's all kinds of ways to rewire ourselves. And each of them opens us to love. May Rowland, Unity Foundational, guided silent unity for 25 years or more. If you are not attracting the good that you desire in your life, learn to express love. By radiating center of love, you will find that love. The divine magnet within you will change your whole world. So here, May has put words to that experience of shifting our energy, opening to the higher form of light. And it's not often the easiest choice. Sometimes it's a lot easier to shame and blame. They're wrong. I don't care. Whatever. Been there? We've all been there. We know what it's like. It's a higher view. It's strapping on and allowing that flow to work through us. The water can't change itself to love. Some human being has to write it on the bottle. We can change our point of view by writing love rather than hate. This is a great journey, and we have everything we need to radiate a center of love. Are you ready? Are you willing to choose it more often? I doubt any of us is really going to step into that's all we see, but I think that's enlightenment. I'm not there yet. I'm not enlightened. But I choose anew. And sometimes you have to fake it until you make it. You know? Smile. Even if you don't feel like smiling. It changes us, and that changes how people experience us. And that's the point of Reverend Mary Mannon Morrissey here by her wonderful wisdom. Love is a way of being, letting the God in you shine through so that others catch the light and awaken to the glory of God here now. So why do this? Why adopt an attitude of love and joy and peace and harmony when we can just do it our own way? Because I suspect you've experienced the world doing it just your own way and seen maybe it doesn't always work. That a higher way, lifting our spirit up to a higher truth, connecting with the same energy that's in all the universe and through all creation, then we can be the light in the world. I am the light of the world. Say that. I am the light of the world. That feels good. I am the light of the world. Because that's what we are. That beautiful prayer that you read from Eric Butterworth calls us to be the light that is the only reality. Genesis chapter 1. Let there be light. And so what was there? Light. Let yourselves be light. open yourselves to the light of love and see how your life becomes a little lighter. It's your choice, and there's no wrong choice. Thank you.
Step out on the water, release your faith. Every step is stronger. Step out on the water.